Your words shape your world. There is a voice in your head that speaks to you every single day. It comments on your choices, your looks, your abilities, and even your future. Most people live their entire lives without questioning the power of that voice. But what if I told you that voice is the single greatest force shaping your reality? What if changing the way you talk to yourself could transform your mindset, behavior, relationships, health, and success? This is not a fluffy self-help idea, it's backed by psychology, neuroscience, and lived experience. Positive self-talk isn't about delusion. It's about choosing the lens through which you view yourself and the world. And that lens determines everything. Let's dive into a deep exploration of self-positive talk, what it is, how it works, the steps to master it, and how it can elevate every area of your life. You're not just going to learn how to talk better to yourself. You're going to learn how to live better. Chapter 1: Understanding the voice within. Every human being has an internal dialogue. This ongoing conversation in your head is a mix of thoughts, beliefs, evaluations, and judgments. It can be nurturing or cruel, empowering or paralyzing. But most of the time, it's unconscious. Many of our self-thoughts are inherited. We absorb the voices of parents, teachers, peers, and culture. Over time, we mistake these borrowed beliefs as our own truth. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. Nobody cares what I think. These phrases aren't facts, they're patterns. And we replay them like a broken record. Positive self-talk is the practice of consciously choosing empowering, constructive, and affirming language when you think or speak to yourself. It's about shifting from the inner critic to the inner coach. Instead of tearing yourself down, you start lifting yourself up. This is not about toxic positivity or ignoring reality. It's about training your brain to see the good, to believe in your potential, and to create a more resilient mental environment. If you wouldn't say it to someone you love, why say it to yourself? Chapter 2: The science behind self-talk. Self-talk isn't just a feel-good practice, it has a powerful biological and psychological foundation. Neuroscientists have found that the brain responds to self-talk much like it responds to external speech. When you say, "I can't do this," your brain prepares for failure. When you say, "I've got this," it prepares for action. This is due to a principle called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on experience and repetition. Your thoughts are not passive. They create pathways in your brain. The more you engage in positive self-talk, the stronger those pathways become. Positive self-talk has been linked to lower levels of stress, reduced anxiety, better cardiovascular health, higher self-esteem, and even better performance in sports, academics, and professional environments. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, one of the most effective psychological interventions, is largely built on changing negative thought patterns into more balanced and positive ones. In short, what you say to yourself becomes how you feel, and how you feel determines what you do. Chapter 3: Recognizing your inner critic. Before you can change your self-talk, you have to become aware of it. The first step is to recognize your inner critic. Your inner critic is the voice that says you're not enough. It compares you to others, magnifies your mistakes, and downplays your successes. It often uses words like always, never, should, and can't. This voice can be subtle. It can sound like logic or realism. But the key is to notice how it makes you feel. If your self-talk leaves you feeling drained, small, ashamed, or hopeless, it's not helping you, it's hurting you. Common forms of negative self-talk include 1. Filtering, only seeing the negative and ignoring the positive. 2. Personalizing, blaming yourself for things outside your control. 3. Catastrophizing, expecting the worst-case scenario. 4. Labeling, calling yourself names like loser, failure, or idiot. Awareness is power. Once you become conscious of your inner critic, you can begin to challenge and replace it. Chapter 4, The 5 Steps to Mastering Self-Positive Talk. Changing your self-talk is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned. Here are the 5 essential steps to mastering self-positive talk. Step 1. Awareness. Catch the thought. The first and most important step is to notice when you're engaging in negative self-talk. You can't change what you don't recognize. Start paying attention to your inner dialogue during the day, especially when you feel stressed, anxious, or discouraged. Journaling can be a powerful tool here. Write down your thoughts when you feel upset or stuck. See the patterns. Identify the phrases that repeat. Step 2, question, challenge the critic. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Is it based on facts or fear? Often, negative thoughts are exaggerated or based on outdated beliefs. You can challenge them by asking, 1. What evidence do I have for this thought? 2. What would I say to a friend who thought this? 3. Is there another way to look at this situation? When you question the critic, you weaken its grip. Step 3, replace. Speak with intention. Once you've challenged the negative thought, replace it with a more constructive one. Instead of "I always mess things up," try "I've made mistakes, but I'm learning and improving." Instead of "I can't do this," say "This is challenging, but I'll give it my best effort." This is not about lying to yourself, it's about shifting your focus to what's possible, supportive, and true. Step 4, repeat. Rewire the brain. Positive self-talk works through repetition. The more you say something, the more your brain believes it. That's how affirmations work. They're not magic, but they're powerful because of neuroplasticity. Create a list of positive affirmations that resonate with you, and say them daily. Speak them out loud. Write them. Look at yourself in the mirror and mean them. Some examples. 1. I am enough. 2. I deserve good things. 3. I am resilient and capable. 4. I trust myself to figure things out. Make it a habit, and the new neural pathways will begin to take root. Step 5, act. Align your actions. Self-talk isn't just about words, it's about action. Once you start speaking positively to yourself, back it up with behavior. If you say "I'm confident," take action like a confident person would. If you say "I can handle this," take one step forward. When your actions align with your self-talk, it creates a feedback loop that reinforces the new belief. Chapter 11, Self-Talk and Confidence. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And self-positive talk is one of the most effective tools to build it. Confidence grows when you consistently tell yourself that you are capable, valuable, and worthy of taking up space. Every time you affirm your abilities, you're reinforcing a belief system that supports bold action. Here's how self-talk builds confidence. 1. It quiets the imposter syndrome. 1. Instead of saying "I don't belong here," you say, "I've earned my place." 2. It encourages risk-taking. 2. Instead of thinking "What if I fail?" you ask "What if I fly?" 3. It redefines failure. 3. Confidence doesn't mean you never fall, it means you believe you can get back up. Start affirming your competence daily, I'm good at what I do. I learn fast. I deserve success. These statements aren't arrogance, they're fuel for courageous living. You don't need to be fearless to move forward. You need to believe in your ability to figure it out. That belief starts with your words. Chapter 12, Self-Talk for Goal Setting and Achievement. When you set a goal, your self-talk becomes the internal compass that keeps you on track or throws you off course. Negative self-talk sabotages with thoughts like "this is too hard," "I'm not disciplined," or "I'll never finish." But positive self-talk energizes, "I have what it takes. I'm making progress. Every step counts." To use self-talk for goal success. 1. Set goals with empowering language. 1. Don't say, "I should lose weight." 1. Say, "I'm becoming healthier and stronger every day." 2. Break your goals into manageable chunks. 2. Use encouraging self-talk at every checkpoint. 3. Celebrate progress. 3. Acknowledge every win. 3. I did it. I'm proud of myself. Visualize success while speaking it into existence. I can see myself crossing the finish line. I feel what it's like to reach this milestone. Your words, when charged with belief, become magnets for momentum. Chapter 13, Overcoming Procrastination with Positive Self-Talk. Procrastination often stems from fear, fear of failure, imperfection, judgment, or discomfort. And that fear is fueled by negative self-talk. What if I mess up? I'm not ready yet. I'll do it tomorrow? To break free from procrastination, reframe your internal dialogue. 1. I don't need to be perfect, I just need to start. 2. Action brings clarity. 3. I trust myself to take the next step. Replace excuses with affirmations. Turn "I can't focus" into "I can focus for just 10 minutes. Turn "this is overwhelming" into "I can handle this one piece at a time." Procrastination is not laziness, it's often a self-talk issue. Change the story, and the energy follows. Chapter 14, Using Self-Talk to Break Bad Habits. Bad habits are deeply tied to identity and beliefs. If your inner voice says "I have no self-control," you'll act accordingly. If it says "this is who I am," change becomes harder. But if you change your self-talk to support a new identity, your behavior follows. For example, 1. Instead of "I can't resist junk food," say "I fuel my body with what makes me feel great." 2. Instead of "I'm addicted to scrolling," say "I choose what I focus on." 3. Instead of "I'm not disciplined," say "I'm becoming more consistent every day." The key is to shift from shame to self-respect. Talk to yourself like someone who's already changing. When your words align with your desired identity, your habits begin to match. Chapter 15, The Language of Self-Forgiveness. One of the most powerful forms of self-positive talk is forgiveness. We all make mistakes. But some people replay their regrets like a broken record, using self-talk that wounds instead of heals. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing the grip of guilt through compassionate language. Say things like, 1. I didn't know then what I know now. 2. I made a mistake, but I am not a mistake. 3. I forgive myself and choose to grow. Self-forgiveness doesn't excuse harmful behavior, it allows you to learn from it without self-destruction. It lets you carry wisdom instead of shame. Healing begins with how you speak to yourself about your past. Chapter 16, The role of gratitude in positive self-talk. Gratitude is a catalyst for positive thinking. When you focus on what you appreciate, especially about yourself, you generate emotions that lift you. Gratitude-based self-talk sounds like: 1. I'm thankful for my body and all it does for me. 2. I'm proud of how far I've come. 3. I appreciate my effort, even when no one sees it. This shift rewires the brain toward abundance instead of lack. It boosts optimism, resilience, and emotional well-being. Start a daily gratitude ritual by naming 3 things you're thankful for about yourself. Let your self-talk celebrate who you are, not just what you do. Chapter 17, Teaching Positive Self-Talk to Others. Once you begin mastering self-positive talk, you naturally want to share it. Whether you're a parent, teacher, coach, or friend, you can help others reframe their internal dialogue. Teach others by: 1. Modeling it. Speak to yourself with kindness around others. 2. Affirming them. Replace criticism with encouragement. 3. Asking better questions. Instead of "why did you mess up?" ask "what did you learn?" 4. Celebrating effort. Praise consistency, not just results. Children, especially, absorb the way adults speak to themselves. When they hear you say "I believe in myself," it plants a seed of confidence in them too. Positive self-talk is contagious. Be the spark that ignites it in someone else. Chapter 18, Long-term transformation through self-talk. Real transformation doesn't happen overnight. But consistent self-positive talk compounds over time. It becomes your default operating system, the mental environment where confidence, joy, and purpose grow. Here's what long-term transformation looks like. 1. You bounce back from setbacks with strength. 2. You take bolder action without needing perfection. 3. You stop seeking external validation. 4. You live more fully, authentically, and intentionally. And all of that starts with words. Simple, powerful words, spoken to yourself with belief. When you choose better words, you build a better world, from the inside out. Chapter 19, When positive self-talk isn't enough. There are times when self-positive talk needs reinforcement. If you're dealing with deep trauma, depression, or anxiety, no amount of affirmations alone will be enough. That doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're human. Positive self-talk is a tool, not a cure-all. Sometimes you need therapy, medication, support groups, or lifestyle changes in addition. What matters is this: don't abandon self-compassion when you're struggling. Speak gently to yourself even as you seek help. Say, "I'm doing my best. It's okay to need support. This won't last forever." Positivity isn't pretending everything is fine, it's believing you can get through even when it's not. Chapter 20, The Life You Can Create with Self-Positive Talk. Imagine a life where you wake up with self-respect. Where you take risks not because you're fearless, but because you trust yourself. A life where you don't need to prove your worth, because you already know it. That life begins with the words you speak to yourself. With self-positive talk, you can: 1. Break free from self-doubt. 2. Cultivate emotional resilience. 3. Improve your health, relationships, and performance. 4. Rewrite your story into one of power and purpose. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be kind to yourself every day. Your words matter. Your voice matters. And the most important conversation you'll ever have. is the one you have with yourself. Conclusion: your voice, your power. You are not stuck with the self-talk you inherited. You are not at the mercy of your inner critic. You are the author of your inner world, and your words are your pen. Start small. Start today. Say one kind thing to yourself. Then say it again tomorrow. Keep going until the voice in your head becomes your greatest ally instead of your worst enemy. This is your life. And how you talk to yourself will shape how you live it. Choose words that build you. Choose words that love you. Choose words that set you free.